is the relationship between you and your inner being. And once that is really, really established, somebody who's not a vibrational match to that won't even show up on your radar. But if you've got a wobble going on, then you're going to be attracted to others that have the wobble going on. Are you getting what we're talking about? When you are really in alignment with who you are, only those who are really in alignment with who they are will come into your radar. But if you're sort of wobbling all over the place, then you've got a wider range of those that are going to be attracted to you and you to them.
Well, the thing is that she's into going to church and praying to God, and I believe in God, and I actually communicate with angels too. And I guess that's even another thing too. Is there angels up there? And I feel like they communicate through me. And
now we've changed the subject.
I guess because she saw the angel cards in my home. That was why.
And that freaked her out.
It freaked her out. Yeah.
She likes devil cards.
I don't exactly. It really boggled my mind. And she goes to church and prays to God.
I really like you and I like the roses, but there's far too much well-being around you for me. You're just surrounded by well-being. I can't take that. I mean,
my point.
I like my men to beat me.
I know.
Well, we're just exaggerating. We're just pointing out the absurdity of someone being freaked out by angel cards.
Yeah.
Or by positive emotion, or by someone who's appreciating them. In other words, but what we really want to say is, why is it necessary? This may be the most important question that anyone has ever asked anyone, and we're asking you. Why does it matter why something isn't a match when there are so many matches?
Right. And I truly believe that, because But let's stay there for just a minute, because the tendency is to try to figure out why this wasn't a match. That's like asking somebody why they don't want to eat peas. Mark won't eat peas. He won't eat peas. And Esther takes him to a restaurant in Del Mar where they make the most unbelievable fresh green pea soup. Not split pea, fresh green soup. It is the best thing Esther has ever put in her mouth. And she cannot get Mark to even touch it to his lips. And if Esther decided to make that her quest, she would squander the rest of her life trying to get him to do something he's never going to do. In other words, and why make something important? Why make something important that isn't matching? There are millions of other things where Mark matches in all of this, but the pea thing has really got Esther worried. She plotted how she was going to introduce him to peace. She was going to put something on something that he liked. You think we're kidding? We're not kidding about this. In other words, we're not kidding about it in this. We're not kidding about this concept in this sense. The path of least resistance. What does that sound like to you? The path of least resistance. The path of least resistance. Not the path of proving myself. Not the path of figuring out why somebody doesn't like me. Not the path of understanding what went wrong. The path of least resistance. The path of least resistance. The path of least resistance. Don't make things hard. Make things as easy as you possibly can, which means we would spend not one more minute trying to figure out why someone wouldn't be delighted with what you have to offer. Just accept that there was more resistance on the path than needed to be, and now just look for the path of least resistance. Mm-hmm. And I almost felt like it's almost like the universe is testing me to see, like, hey, you're getting closer to the woman you're about to attract into your life. Let's see if you can.
The universe is never testing you ever, ever. That's why you shouldn't go to church.
There you go. That makes sense.
You should go to church. That's the part that they've got the most wrong.
Okay.
That's the part they've got the most wrong.
The universe is not testing you. The universe is yielding to you evidence of where you are vibrationally.
Okay.
How else you going to know?
Right.
And so when something begins to manifest and it doesn't feel right, don't try to make it righter. Just step back into the less wobble-free zone.
I gave gratitude, though, when that happened, because I just was like, okay, good. I'm glad that happened, because that was my clarifying experience.
And what is the clarification that came to you?
The clarification came to me that person, since I'm vibrating with that connection, that means that connection is about to come even faster, if that makes any sense.
So since I know for sure that I'm in sync with who I am and what I want, and something that I thought was a relationship that I thought that I wanted to pursue or proceed on, because it didn't happen, I now know that since I'm sure that I was in sync with who I am, then that must be the component that's out of whack. This is big. Because until you are sure that you're in sync, you can't know what component's out of whack. And this is the thing that we're wanting to help you to clarify. Because if we were standing in your physical shoes and anything that we thought we wanted wasn't coming into fruition, we'd say, oh good, more evidence that there's more vibrational adjustment for me to do. And the reason that you keep feeling like you need to do vibrational adjustment is because you're trying to fill the grid in too far. Really, roses on the first date. In other words, what you want is just going to flow right to you. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to try so hard. When you get in sync with who you are and what you are looking for in a relationship, it is our promise to you that another, and there are many who fit the vibrational equivalent, will flow easily and effortlessly into your experience. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for the next logical step, not the next challenge, not the next thing to conquer or overcome. You're just looking for the next logical step. It will always come in a steady path, a steady trail of circumstances and events leading you to where you want to be, but leading you to where you are right now wanting to be, where you are right now wanting to be, where you are right now wanting to be, where you are right now wanting to be.
So what you're saying is that I'm getting closer to it? It's just there's just an element? Okay.
Well, your question is sort of giving you away. Because your question is amplifying the fact that you're sort of writhing in the discord of not being there. And you can't be writhing in the discord of not being where you want to be and shorten it. You've got to be happy where you are.
Right.
And that worries people because they say, oh yeah, Abraham just wants us to be happy where we are and have this vibrational vortex of attraction. They don't care if what we want ever comes to us. We do care. We want full manifestation. We want you to have everything that you want. We just know that you can't get to what you want from the place of feeling angst about it not yet being there. You have to just chill out and know it's coming and take pleasure in the knowledge that it's coming. Take pleasure in the data that you're collecting and in the emotions that you're feeling. This is such an important conversation to have because there is this gap between what you've created and what you've let in. It's there a lot, isn't it? The money you want, the houses you want, the dream jobs you want, the dream relationships you want. In other words, there are all kinds of things that you want that are still in the process of becoming. And as long as there is this gap where your attention is upon the absence of them instead of upon the progress of them. So the emotion about it is progress if you feel good.
Right.
If you feel lonely, that's not telling you that you're moving toward what you want, but that you're pulling away from what you want. So it's the progress, it's the feeling of positive progress. That's why we have so many conversations with so many of you, wanting to find ways to help you understand how it is that you create your own reality. What turns thoughts to things? What does that? How do you create your own reality? Well, you think your way into being. Well, that feels vague, Abraham. Please explain it to me more. Okay. We'll write another book and another book and another book. We'll keep telling you how it is. You think thoughts and you create a vibrational reality, and then you've got to find some way of making peace with the vibrational reality that you've created, which means you can't long for what's in there that you don't have. You have to be happy about what's in there that hasn't manifested yet. You have to be trusting that what's in there will show itself to you in its fullness. You have to be satisfied with the setup. You have to be pleased with the nuggets along the way. You have to be proud of yourself for feeling your emotions. You have to know for sure that it is coming. More important, that you are coming to it. You have to know that you're on the trail. You have to take delight in the trail. You have to be so happy about the journey that you're not upset that you haven't completed the destination, because you will never complete the destination. That's why so many relationships are good in the beginning and then they're not good anymore. It's because you got there and you stopped going there. You got to keep going there. You got to keep going to the new things that the relationship keeps showing you that it can be. A relationship is dynamic. You are dynamic. Your relationship with your desires is dynamic. Life is dynamic. It will never stand still, you see. So you want to be happy that you want this experience, that you want it. You want to be happy that that wasn't it and it's still coming. You want to be happy that it didn't go away, it's still there. You want to be happy that you're clear, even more clear now about what you want than you were before. You want to be happy that the universe knows really who you are even better than you do. You want to be happy that the universe is giving you an opportunity to figure out who you are so that the universe doesn't give you who you are. That's the best part of all of this.
Great. Yeah.
One day a woman was talking to us about her son, an adult, who wanted a mate and wasn't finding one. And so she wanted us to give her words that she could give him so that she could help him get a relationship. And she said, he's not coming. And we said, well, this isn't really something that we would be encouraging right now. She couldn't understand why we wouldn't just jump into it and try. And we said, if he attracts somebody right now, that person, she will be just like he is. Which means she also will be unemployed. She also will have low self-esteem. She also will not like most anything about most everything. And when they come together, they'll just bang around together and make all of that worse. And she says, oh yeah, that's what's been happening. And we said, what you're wanting to help him find is stability. And from that stability, now this is a powerful exaggeration from where you are. We're not meaning to say that you're far from it, but we are meaning to say you're picky. We are meaning to say you're deliberate. We are meaning to say you know specifically what you want. We are meaning to say you must be willing to wait for what you want. And if something that is far from what you want is showing up, give them roses and set them free. Woo!
That's great.
Because it is a sure thing that what you want, it's all key. And that freaks people out. They say, oh, Abraham wants us to enjoy the journey because we're never going to get to where we're going, so they want us to be happy with the journey. That's not what we're saying at all. If you are enjoying the journey, you're always where you want to be. And every step along the way of it will be delicious as it is unfolding, you see. You're always where you want to be. And life isn't about out there. Life isn't about later. Life isn't about when she comes. Life isn't about when he comes. Life isn't about when that happens and that happens. Life is right now. How you doing? It's right now. How you doing? How well have you practiced it? How you doing now? How you doing now? How you doing now? I'm happy now.
Alignment.
I'm eager now. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I'm wobble free now. Happy now. I'm eager now. I'm interested now. I'm appreciative now. I'm happy now. Yeah.
I'm wobbling less. Thank you.